My mother-in-law is a brilliant woman, Linda Moore. She listens to the show, sometimes too much. Linda, just an hour a day. We'll try and find you the best hour a day. It's 3.5 hours. They can't all be number one draft picks, as quoted in many movies. But she was diagnosed with Parkinson's in 2005, a year after we got married. And you don't know what that experience and that journey is going to be like. Well, for her, it's been unbelievably inspiring. She plays pickleball like mad. She plays baseball. She plays everything, and she's been incredibly active. I don't even know that you can quantify that as half the battle, but it's a pretty incredible thing. So we want to tell you about a Cross Canada Parkinson's jersey by bicycle happening right now. It's called the Spinning Wheels Tour, and part of that tour is an experienced long-distance cyclist who was diagnosed a few years ago with young onset Parkinson's disease. Again, my mother-in-law was 47, 48 when this happened to her. Steve Eisman joins me right now on Toronto Today. Steve, it is great to have you on the show. Happy Canada Day weekend. And where are we talking to you today from?
I'm in Princeton, British Columbia.
You're up awfully early for us, so
We sure are.
I set that alarm at 3:45. But you're like those military ads. You've probably done more by 10 a.m. than most of us will do the whole day, given what you're experiencing right now. So you're just getting this started from Victoria, BC. You're a little bit of the ways into this journey right now.
Exactly. I think this is day 4 cycling for us.
Unbelievable. How have the first 3 days been? How's your weather been? How's your fatigue level? How's your hydration level? How has it gone?
It's been quite a journey so far. We've had a bunch of long days. One day was 165 kilometers, and boy, they know mountains out here. We've been up and down them the past few days. Crushingly hot to start, and now we find ourselves a little rainy and cold, but we're making our way.
You can find out a lot more about this tour. Steve and Jim are on it at spinningwheelstour.ca. Love great stories like this, and British Columbia. I mean, most of us, when we are able to get to British Columbia from Ontario, we marvel at it. We find it incredible. But as you know, you start in BC. You're going to see every inch of Canada you could possibly see. It's over 8,000 kilometers is your journey on this ride.
Exactly, and we're not even taking the shortest route. We're specifically taking a route to cross through as many communities as we can. We're trying to reach out to people with Parkinson's, and both you sort of invite them into the community. About 80 to 90% of them are going without support right now, so we're trying to open that up for them, and show them the benefits of exercise. It's, right now with Parkinson's, there's no cure, there's no known cause, but the one thing other than medication that really seems to help is exercise. So we're going to show by example.
Steve Eisman is our guest on Toronto Today, and spinningwheelstour.ca is the website. I mentioned my mother-in-law, who's been my mother-in-law now for 18 summers, and her journey's been really inspiring. But Steve, as you well know, being diagnosed yourself, you know, life is going to just give you a big kick in the pants sometimes. It's going to happen about this or that or the other thing. And so what are you going to do? And the fact that she kept at it, baseball, exercise, pickleball, when she discovered pickleball, that was unbelievable game changer 6-7 years ago. This kind of exercise and making life come to you instead of letting it overwhelm you, you got to take it on. It makes a massive difference, and it slows the progress. I mean, every documentation of Parkinson's disease says exercise matters a ton.
Greg, you nailed it, and your mother-in-law is definitely on the right track. There's all sorts of studies going on. Cycling is a great one for a lot of people, but really what's most important is activity. And you're right about the fact that it does seem to be slowing progression. Some people say it can even halt it for a period of time.
You can go to spinningwheelstour.ca, find out more. You must have people coming up, conversations, and seeing people that are your age talking about it. I'm sure it's reassuring. I'm sure it bonds you. How old were you when you started suffering either symptoms or were diagnosed, Steve?
Well, same as your mother-in-law. I diagnosed it at 48. That was 9 years ago, and the symptoms started really mild, just a little bit of a tremor in my finger when I was typing, and it just grew. At one point, it took away some of my favorite passions, cycling and skiing, and with medication and a little bit of focal exercise, I managed to get both of them back, and boy, that was sweet. And now I really focus on them every day.
I'm glad you brought that up because I think we've noticed that as well in our own life. It's not a precipitous decline. It doesn't have to be anyway. Every scenario is unique. Every person's unique, but there are going to be ups and downs, good months, good weeks, bad weeks, and it's not just one slide down a hill with no return to the top. You do a lot of the right things. You have the attitude to do those things. Those mix in are intertwined. You can make a massive difference in your own mental health as well as shutting down some of those problematic symptoms.
Absolutely, and Greg, about by our estimate, 80 to 90% of people right now are going without support, and it's frankly it's heartbreaking when we wind up in a conversation with somebody who is so clearly afflicted, and yet they'll often say, "You're the first person I've spoken to who has Parkinson's," and it's heartbreaking that they've been going so long without aid, and frankly, it's half of the reason why we're doing this, to convince them to come and join the community.
So tell us about your day today. What's a typical day on the road in an 8,000 kilometer journey that's going to go from Victoria to St. John's, and you're still in British Columbia right now? What does today lay out as?
Well, life starts in an RV. Right now, there's five of us in an RV, and that's a story on its own.
Yeah, how's everybody getting along? You guys are this is like a band that's going to break up from too much touring. I hope everybody's getting along the same way in Newfoundland as you are in BC. It's not that easy.
Well, so far we're all vibrating in the same direction. Things are going well. Our days are we tend to get on the road pretty early. Try to avoid as much traffic as we can. Um, Today, I think we have another hilly day in plan, and we're going to be going on a rail bed line today, a particularly beautiful area called the Kettle Valley, and I think today is about 120 kilometers.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. It's remarkable what you're doing. I've done the Ride to Conquer Cancer 4 times. That's a 110K each day, but that's 2 days, and you're doing 6 a week for a few weeks in a row. Will you let us converse with you again, check in with you again when you get to Ontario?
Absolutely. In fact, we'd like to give you updates along the way. Make sure that we're as many people as we can connect with are able to hear us.
Let's do that, and we're gonna make we're gonna push the word out for donations as well, and I'm gonna make one before I leave this building today at Course Key. Thank you so much. You can go to spinningwheels.ca, find out more about Steve Eisman's journey there. Steve, what a pleasure. Thank you for coming on.
Thanks, Greg.
You bet. 8:31. Spinningwheels tour.ca. Let's